Shalom everyone, it's called Torah, it's Tuesday at noon, and we will discuss one of our main parashot, Parashat Yitro, that obviously discuss the 10 Commandments, Aseret HaDibrot. It really, maybe I should say, it's not exactly the 10 Commandments, it's not translated into Aseret HaMitzvot or Aseret HaTzivuim, but rather Aseret HaDibrot, the 10 sayings God talked to us in this conversation and this meeting between Hashem and the Jewish people. But what I would like to talk about today is really not on the 10 sayings themselves, but rather regarding the background of this entire revelation on Sinai. There is something very interesting that I think we need to say and to single out. Judaism always believed that each one of us, may it be older people, younger people, men, women, children, each one of us has something to contribute to the puzzle, to the big puzzle of Judaism. We have statements like Mikol Melamdai Iskalti, I learned from everyone, and especially from my students. Basically trying to focus on the fact and then on the idea that even a teacher has something to learn. We know that we are commanded to learn with our children. The entire Pesach night is about the children. You listen to their questions, and everyone who had any conversation with a child knows that sometimes the questions that a child asks you, you never thought about the question, and it really brings you and stimulates you to come up with different answers. We know that we have respect to the elders because they have life experience, they have tradition, they saw other things that we didn't see. We know that a women perspective is different from a man perspective many times on how to analyze a text. So we understand the big gamut of opinions and conversations that we not only want to have, but we're really encouraged to have when we talk about learning Torah and performing the commandments. This idea, this concept, that each one of us has something to contribute, I think is being manifest in a tremendous way in our parsha. Moshe is being commanded to tell the Jewish people that in 3 days from now, they are all going to stand at the bottom of Mount Sinai and be a witness to a historical moment that never happened before and will never happen again. One time in the history of the world that God revealed himself to the masses. At the beginning, God revealed himself to individuals. May it be Adam and Eve, Cain, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, some of the mothers. But it was never to the amount of people that really stood there on Mount Sinai. And who were them? Everyone. It was not only the elite group of the Kohanim, the priests, or the firstborns, or the Levites, or this tribe or the other. It was each one of us was standing there at the bottom of Sinai, at the bottom of this mountain, experiencing God's talking, not to Moshe, but rather to us. It reached a point that we were not able to receive and to be the recipients of such a divine message, so we asked Moshe, please, you go ahead and be the mediator. But really God's plan was never that Moshe will be this messenger. But really God's plan was that all 10 sayings will be delivered directly to each Jew, to every Jew who stood on that Mount Sinai. I think that makes our religion so unique, because that means that each one of us has the opportunity equally to reach his hand and to be part and to engage in Torah learning. That's, by the way, the reason why the bima, the place that we read the Torah from in our shul, is in the center of the shul. It's in order to show that everyone is equally distant. Everyone has an equal opportunity to be part of Torah learning, of understanding God's will, concepts, ideas, attributes, and to be part of this wonderful experience that was given to us, Limud Torah, Torah learning. Yes, it's true. Not every ritual can be performed by everyone. Not everyone can be a Kohen. Not everyone can read the Torah. But everyone can learn Torah. Everyone can intellectually and emotionally be attached to Hashem, be attached to Torah learning, and to be part of the tradition of the Mesorah, of transmitting Torah learning, Torah ideals, concepts to the next generation. This is the beauty of what is Ma'amad Har Sinai, the revelation on Sinai gives each one of us. It is not only for the elite group. It is not only for a singled out of some leaders or people, but really, it's for everyone. This is the bracha, the blessing that each one of us recite in the morning. Asher natan lanu Torat emet. He gave it to us, to all of us. It's a privilege and a responsibility at the same time. Let's take this divine gift and maximize its potential by learning, by being engaged, and by securing that our future generations will be committed to the revelation of Sinai. Thank you.